A candy's life.
Chewy the chocolate bar dropped out of the candy chute with a fresh coat of chocolate on him. Then he joined his friends to get in line for a shiny new wrapper. "Yeah, soon we'll be heading for the candy store," he said happily to his friends.
"Yes, and soon it will be Halloween, and maybe we'll get put into a trick-or-treat bag,"
said his friend Rolly. "Halloween? Trick-or-treat bag? What are those?" asked Chewy.
"You don't know what Halloween is?"
asked Rolly.
"It's when the children dress up in all kinds of costumes and go from house to house saying, 'Trick-or-treat!' And then the people in the houses give them candy to put in their trick-or-treat bags."
"Whoa!" said Chewy. "That sounds like a lot of fun. I can't wait for my turn to go into a trick-or-treat bag." And for days, that was all Chewy dreamed of. Finally, after getting packed in a box and loaded onto a truck, he was delivered to a candy store and put on the shelf. A man came in and said,
I need a bag of trick-or-treat candy, please.
The store owner got a big bag and started grabbing candy from the shelves. "Please, pick me," Chewy hoped quietly, and he did. Chewy was so excited. When the man got home, he scooped candy out of the bag and put them in a big bowl. All of a sudden, the telephone rang. Pring! The man turned his head and did not see Chewy fall from the bowl and fall under the sofa. "Oh no!" Chewy cried. "Pick me up!" But the man did not pick him up. Chewy was heartbroken. He would never be a trick-or-treat candy. The next evening was Halloween. Chewy heard the doorbell ring many times and heard the cheerful voices of children yelling, "Trick-or-treat!" He saw all his friends get scooped up and put into trick-or-treat bags. Finally, the candy bowl was empty and the doorbell stopped ringing. Just as the man was about to put away the bowl, the doorbell rang one more time. A little girl in a fairy costume stood in the doorway. "Trick-or-treat," she said in a small voice. The man looked at his empty candy bowl and said,
"Oh, I'm sorry. I'm all out of candy."
The little girl looked like she was going to cry.
"Oh, wait,"
the man said.
"Let me look again."
Then he turned around and tripped on a rug. He landed on the floor right next to Chewy. He saw Chewy and smiled. He picked him up and dropped him into the little girl's trick-or-treat bag.
"See? I saved the best for last."
And Chewy's heart was filled with happiness. His dream finally came true.
The Blue Planet. Holly could see stars zooming past her window as she went from galaxy to galaxy in her spaceship. She was tired of her own planet, Planet Waston. It was dirty, it was smelly, and it was crowded. The Wastonians didn't take care of their planet. Now it was so terrible that Holly decided to leave and find somewhere else to live. Holly entered a solar system that she had never seen before. There was a sun in the center with 8 planets around it. Holly flew around the planets and chose the blue planet, the third one from the sun. Holly landed her spaceship on the blue planet. Outside, she saw the most beautiful sight she had ever seen. Almost everything around her was a different shade of green. Trees and plants covered the ground, and flowers and fruits grew on the plants and trees in bright colors. A stream ran with clear, clean water. Suddenly, Holly heard a voice. "Ribbit, what are you?" It said. Holly looked around. She saw a strange-looking green creature with red eyes looking at her from a tree.
I'm Holly from the planet Waston. What are you?
Asked Holly. "I am a tree frog," said the creature. "What are you doing here on Earth?"
My planet has become too dirty and smelly to live on. I think your planet Earth is the most beautiful place I have ever seen,
exclaimed Holly. "Ribbit, there are plenty of dirty and smelly places on Earth," said the tree frog. "This rainforest where I live is one of the last beautiful places on Earth, but the humans keep trying to cut it down."
But why would the humans do that?
asked Holly. "I don't know," said the tree frog. "But this is my home. If they cut it down, then I will have no place to live."
You mean we will have no place to live?
said Holly. "Huh? We?" asked the tree frog.
Yes, I would like to live here if that's okay with you,
said Holly. "Well, it does get lonely here sometimes. I would like the company, but you don't exactly blend in," said the tree frog.
Oh, that's not a problem,
said Holly.
We Wastonians can change into any shape we want.
And with a zing, Holly turned into a tree frog.
I hope those humans learn to take better care of the earth so that this beautiful place never disappears,
said Holly. And the two tree frogs hopped off together to enjoy Holly's new home.
The Not-So-Scary Dinosaur. On a warm and sunny afternoon, the mad scientist Dr. Crinkle was climbing the mountains when he found a frozen dinosaur egg. He put it in his bag and climbed down the mountain, happy with his new discovery.
Dr. Crinkle took the egg back to his secret laboratory. He worked for weeks on the egg, using electricity, magnets, and laser beams, until one dark, stormy night, it cracked open.
Out of the egg came a green, long-necked dinosaur with black eyes and a long, thin tail. Dr. Crinkle cried out in excitement, "I did it! I brought a dinosaur back to life! I shall call you Dwight."
Dwight grew up quickly, but he became bored because he had no one to play with. Early one morning, Dwight escaped. He was as big as a large house now, and as he walked along the street, people stopped their cars to look at him. Dwight wanted to play with the people, but when he moved his head down to take a closer look, they ran away screaming. Dwight was sad.
Then Dwight saw lots of smoke coming out of a building. He ran to the building and saw a crowd of people looking up at a family trapped by fire on the third-floor balcony. Dwight knew he had to save them, so he stood up on his hind legs, leaned up against the side of the building, and stretched his neck until his head was close to the balcony.
When the mother saw him, she was scared and started crying. The father told Dwight to go away. Dwight was confused. Then he heard a voice say,
"Don't worry, Dad. He's a brontosaurus. He eats plants. He won't eat us."
It was a young boy talking.
"Can you save us?"
Dwight nodded happily. They climbed onto Dwight's head and safely slid down his neck, onto his back and down his long tail all the way to the ground. The crowd cheered loudly, and the family thanked Dwight for saving them. Dr. Crinkle stepped out from the cheering crowd. walked over to Dwight and gave the dinosaur a big hug.
I'm so proud of you, Dwight. You are a real hero.
Yes, he is,
said the mother.
I want to invite both of you to our farm. Dwight can eat as much fruit and vegetables as he wants. You not only saved us, but you also reminded us never to judge a book by its cover.
It also pays to know your dinosaurs.
Dad winked at his son.
The Young Musician.
Once upon a time, there was a young man who loved to play the trumpet. He played it day and night, and he played it everywhere he went. The restaurant, the park, the library, and even on the streets after dark.
You can't play here,
the police officer said.
Hey, you can't play here,
the waiter said. You can't play here, said the librarian.
Shh, you're too noisy,
said the people in the apartment buildings. The young man was sad. No one likes my music, he thought. He walked and walked. Then he heard some people singing. It was a choir. He asked to join them.
Sure, come join us.
But after they heard him play, they said,
Your music is too noisy. You can't stay.
The young man was sad. He walked and walked. Then he saw a group of people playing music. He went and asked to join them.
Sure, come join us.
But after they heard him play, they said,
Your music is too fast.
The young man felt terrible.
Maybe I shouldn't play music anymore. I should just throw my trumpet away and forget about being a musician.
The young man sat down. Then he heard a loud sigh from his left. He turned to see who was sighing. Someone with a guitar was sitting there looking sad. Then he heard another sigh from his right. A drummer was sitting there, shaking his head.
Wait a minute,
the young man thought to himself.
There are many people like me who want to be musicians. I should try to find musicians that play the kind of music I like. Then we can make our own band and play our own music.
The young men formed a band of their own. They practiced hard and made their own music. One day, they were given a chance to perform at a famous music theater.
Let's go show the world what we've got,
shouted the young man. And they made beautiful music together.
No such thing as bad weather.
It was a sunny morning. Jasper got dressed and ran downstairs. Where are you going, Jasper? His mom asked.
Outside to play?
He answered. It's too hot and sunny to play outside, his mom said. So Jasper went to get some sunblock, a sun hat, a bucket of water, and a paintbrush. He put sunblock on his face, neck, arms, and legs. He puts his sun hat on.
Can I go outside now?
He asked his mom. Oh, all right, said his mom. Outside, Jasper felt the warm sun on his skin and smiled. Then he took his bucket of water and paintbrush and painted pictures on the ground with water. Then he watched as the hot sun slowly erased each picture. He painted pictures on his paper all day and went home tired but happy. The next day, it was raining. Jasper put on his clothes and ran downstairs. On his way out the door, his mom called out, "Where are you going?"
I'm going outside to play,
Jasper said. "It's raining," his mom replied. So Jasper went back in and put on a raincoat and rain boots.
Can I go out now?
He asked his mom. "Oh, all right," she said. Jasper ran out the door and felt raindrops hitting him all over. He danced and jumped in puddles. Splash! He did this all day and went home tired but happy. The next morning, Jasper heard the wind howling outside his window. He put on his clothes and ran downstairs. On his way out the door, he heard his mom. "Where are you going?" she called.
Outside to play,
He called back. "It's too windy," she answered. Jasper went back inside, put on his windbreaker, and got his kite.
Now can I go out?
He asked his mom. "Okay, fine," she answered.
Woohoo!
He shouted into the wind. He sent his kite flying up into the air. He ran and felt like he was part of the wind. He did this all day and went home tired but happy. When he got home, his mom said, "I can't believe you have been outside every day this week despite the terrible weather."
Mom,
replied Jasper.
there's no such thing as bad weather, only bad clothing.
"I guess you're right," she said. "Can I join you outside tomorrow?"
Of course,
Jasper laughed.
there is always room for more in the great outdoors.
Detective Snail. When the sign, Mr. Snail's Detective Agency, was hung in a window on Speedy Street, everyone laughed. Miss Horse was the first to see it. She knocked on the door and asked,
Mr. Snail, how can you ever be a detective? You're too small to find anything.
Mr. Snail was insulted, but only said,
Don't look down on me, young lady. I might be small, but I am not stupid.
Miss Horse thought for a while and said,
I lost my favorite yellow hat 2 weeks ago. If you can find it, I'll tell all my friends about your agency.
Mr. Wolf was walking nearby. He heard their conversation and challenged Mr. Snail. I bet I can find Miss Horse's hat first, he said. The next day, Miss Horse took both of them to a spot in the forest.
This is where I lost my hat. I was running when a strong wind blew it away. I looked everywhere, but I couldn't find it.
Mr. Wolf said, Well, you just need to look harder. I'm fast, and I can search the whole forest in no time. Mr. Wolf ran off sniffing the ground. Mr. Snail did not move. Instead, he asked Miss Horse,
You say you looked everywhere and still couldn't find your hat. So maybe you weren't looking in the right place.
Miss Horse was confused.
You're a large animal,
Mr. Snail continued.
You're used to looking down at everything. I, on the other hand, am very small.
Slowly a smile began to form on Miss Horse's lips.
You mean I should have been looking up instead of down?
Exactly,
Mr. Snail said.
Look at those birds happily chirping above your head.
Miss Horse looked up and saw a family of birds in a yellow nest. Miss Horse's eyes lit up.
My hat!
She cried.
My hat's been up there all this time. I'm going to tell everyone what a wonderful detective you are.
Mr. Snail's detective agency is now doing well. He proved that there is more than one way of looking at a problem. As for Mr. Wolf, he's still looking for the missing yellow hat, which, by the way, is still being used by the birds.
Unexpected hero. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Johnny. Today, my speech is about...
Wow, this is an amazing speech. His English is awesome.
I really hate that guy.
What? You don't like Johnny? But he's a great guy and he really knows how to give a good speech.
I think he's such a know-it-all. He's always early for class, always asking questions, and he gets really good grades. Everything seems so easy for him.
Maybe you're a little jealous. I don't think you know Johnny very well.
Johnny finishes his speech and walks over to Lisa and Alan.
That was great, Johnny. Actually, we were just talking about you.
Really?
Alan here thinks that you are a know-it-all, and that school is so easy for you.
What's so funny? I'm sorry, but there is something you don't know about me. I have dyslexia. Dyslexia? What is that?
It means he has a problem understanding letters that makes reading and learning very difficult.
What? I had no idea. When I was little, I just couldn't understand letters and words. Going to school was a nightmare for me. My parents sent me to a special school to help me read better. But it's still very difficult. Most people can read more than 250 words a minute, but I can only read about 130 words a minute. So you see, Alan, I have to work twice as hard as you to read. I'm so jealous of you. I'm jealous of you because of your good grades. I didn't know how difficult studying was for you. I think I should work harder in school now.
Well, boys, I think we learned an important lesson here today. Life's not easy for anyone. We all have problems to face.